he looks over at Barnabas. We can take like a day here, right? We don't have to go right back out on the road, right?
You're welcome to stay.
Thank you.
We have the time.
Like, Echo's just kind of rambling to himself
Mm-hmm.
at this point about all of the shit they need to get done.
Barnabas will interrupt with, Echo, eat.
Mm-hmm. Right. Just start shoveling potatoes in his mouth.
We are in very large events, my friends. And we cannot face those events. And he looks at Echo, and particularly at the kind of harp-shaped scars on Echo's face, and say, when we are exhausted beyond reason.
Okay.
Echo, you
Yeah.
need a nap.
I do.
There's like a full bed in here, yes.
Just crawls in, wearing the clothes he's still wearing, and just rolls over.
Barnabas looks like visibly worried for a moment over Echo, and then kind of shakes himself out of it and says, I suggest perhaps we continue this conversation elsewhere. Echo's been through a lot.
Already snoring.
Ow.
Or maybe it doesn't matter.
So Echo, seeing Barnabas get fucked up, backing up, like looking around, looks back at the werewolf in front of him and just says, I don't got time for you anymore. Kicks him while saying, don't fucking touch my dwarf!
So by the time you get there, Barnabas, his breathing has become easier. He is no longer like tossing and turning and sweating, so he's still covered in blood, still covered in ragged wounds. I assume that Echo has been sort of wrapping them up and cleaning them?
Yeah, with the earlier medicine check, like once they're in the cart, like, you know, doing his best. Echo comments to Barnabas as they are passing the tree that I thought I'd seen all the wonders that plants could do in the gardens of Neverwinter, but that is really cool.
He looks up at it, and he shudders, and he says, I don't really much like trees these days.
Fair.
Explain to Echo what's happening next.
Echo seems a little hesitant to leave Barnabas.
We are in the middle of a temple to one of the better elven gods. There are very few places where he is safer.
Echo's, like, is understanding what Calder's saying, but he's gonna look to Barnabas and be like, Are you okay? Do you want us to stay until they've healed you, or?
I'll be okay. You have work to do here.
Echo's going to gently around the wounds give him a hug.
Mm-hmm.
Before
he kind of awkwardly returns it with a pat on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Still a little bit awkward with the touching, and he will be escorted into the temple.
As Echo pulls out of the hug, he will put a kiss on Barnabas's brow and cast Cure Wounds on him, and stands there watching until he's out of line sight. Yeah,
totally
line of sight, and then turns and looks up at Calder like, okay.
He'll get together and he'll say, okay, so I'm not obviously going with you back to Tribor. I'm going north. They've got a teleportation circle up there.
Yeah, I think Mirabar is...
And while the assassins are hunting us, it makes sense that you should not be with us, Your Majesty.
Give him the ring. Tell him to start attuning to it. Sven might freak the fuck out because this will stop him from tracking you two. Just a heads up on that.
He takes the ring and looks down at it, and it looks like a gem in the shape of a brain.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It is a large, gaudy piece of jewelry. And he looks up at Echo and goes, all right. He puts it on. He'll go ahead and attune to it then before they leave. And when he does, he turns it invisible on his hand, which is one of the things that the ring can do, because it's hideously ugly otherwise.
Once we get there, right before we're sending Barnabas off, Echo is going to take the coin off of his other hand. He gave one to Caritha when she left, and he's going to take Barnabas's hand and it's got a wrap on it, put the coin on his hand, curl his hand around it, and say, "May luck guide your hand, and may this token see you safely through it." And he says in Dwarven, "Please don't die."
Well, I think that's going to take more than luck, but I'll do my best. And he will...
He'll shake the king's hand at the forearm like a decent warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Don't die. You still owe me and mine a great deal.
Meet me in the north and I'll have your payment there.
Cracks his neck. We should go.
Yeah.
We'll get going.
See Barnabas off, and then head through our own portal ourselves towards Tribor. All right, what did she say? What did she say?
Screams at Echo, "Why did you leave him? I thought you loved him."
Calder will stand a little taller at that. Echo, Vic, will you please about face just for a moment?
No.
Please.
And Echo strides right up to her, nose to nose. He's slightly taller, looking down at her, and goes, and says very calmly, "You think I would be here if I could be there instead? You are my sister, and I came to get you like I said I would."
And Caritha just kind of slumps down, breaks eye contact, and just slumps down, and is like, "No, you should have gone with him."
Echo loves Barnabas. Like, at this point, it's very obvious. But does Barnabas realize this?
Does he realize it? Yes. Problem with Barnabas is that Barnabas does not know how to express emotions. Like, you think Calder is repressed.
A little repressed.
Barnabas is made of stone, right? He's a king. He can't show anything at all to anybody ever, or else it's weakness, right? That's kind of a monarch thing.
He didn't turn into anything. I mean, he was a little like growly for a while, but he was also like
normally a little growly. Like, I met him and he seemed like that.
It was a little bit more than normal.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? It would really go a long way to making me feel better about the whole situation if you could come take a look at him.
That's because you're dating, right?
Someone finally asked it.
So, it takes a minute. No.
Did I ask?
No. It's okay to ask. It's just, no, we're not dating or courting. It's, I like to flirt and I like him and he doesn't seem to mind much past the surface level. We haven't actually talked about anything further than that, but I mean, I wouldn't mind dating him, but that's not a conversation we've had yet.
He's not my type, but like, yeah, I'll go for it. Yeah, I have no issue. What?
I'm trying.
Yeah, rock on.
It's just, middle of a war, other shit. There's just been so much going on, and it's
with a little conflict. It's not my forte. I'll be honest. It's not my forte. But I will come take a look at your maybe possible boyfriend. For sure.
He is a very dear friend, and I would like him to remain curse and side effect free.